Good delivery from Nell. Now Fleming's got to go, and Nell didn't sense that Fleming was actually way behind the 8 ball. Better stroke this time, and that's raced away. So there's the first indication of how fast this outfield is, and the good news is that there will be reward for good strokes, and that was the first one today.
Well, it's going to the drier side of Westpac Stadium, so it's running quite nicely across the grass there, and fielders on that side will enjoy conditions a lot more than the other. But what a good stroke again.
Nice stroke, Michael Papps. Beautifully tucked away. Nell going back over the wicket, not adjusting his line quickly enough, and Papps picks up his first boundary.
Good example of waiting for the ball to arrive and allowing it to come to you. 17 without loss. So Nell, you can see just getting in, drifting into the pads, if you like, of Papps, and he allowed it to come to him, used the pace of the ball nicely. And again, that's the drier side of the ground.
Lovely hit. Beating third man nicely. One bounce for 4. Plenty of width, and Papps carves this away.
Papps missed the first one this over. It was wided by Tony Hill. This time he does cash in, gets a good contact to it, creeping across to off stump, and just using the bat like an axe, and it goes to the right of third man. Down in that area where there's been such a lot of work done by the ground staff. To deliberately uppercut.
This is the challenge end against Sean Pollock, who's immaculate today. Sign of a fine bowler, is wouldn't have been happy with the way he bowled in Christchurch. It's top form here, always threatening.
That's not a bad way to target it. 6 off the first ball.
Yeah, looking for the swing, Jacques Cullis, just straight down the leg side, and Fleming has seen him play that shot of Andre Nell in the last game, and now just a little pickup. Time to perfection. Danger signs for Jacques Cullis. He in fact tried to bowl a little bit of an off cutter. No matter what he bowled, that was just picked up quite beautifully. It landed there.
Or more. Straight this time. I mean, you do talk about people being at the peak of their powers or in the form of their life, but I'd have to say in the time I've been watching Stephen Fleming, I don't think I've seen him play better on a more consistent basis. Everything seems to hit the middle of the bat.
2 quality shots. Not a bad delivery by any stretch of the imagination, and just the full face of the bat presented. He knew where he was going. He'd picked out an area.
Is there a noise there? Did it deviate off the bat?
Certainly a little noise. The off cutter. There it is. Does it move? Made the adjustment, I think, Mark Boucher, looking for it down the gloves. Very much one of those ones that either goes in or doesn't when you're standing up to the wickets at somebody of this sort of pace.
Timed by Michael Papps. It's a beautiful straight drive. In fact, it's gone for 4. Kept getting away from Makarantini. I thought he was going to run it down with ease.
So did I. It wasn't great fielding because he ran straight at the ball. As this was hit, Makarantini ran straight at it. Didn't think it had been timed that well, and then he started to put in the big yards. It was almost like he was on a treadmill. He couldn't make any impression.
Quite fine, and that'll be 4 more. It's a quickish outfield, pleasantly so. So New Zealand looking quite nice now in terms of 5 runs per over, and that means that they can aim towards 200 plus, and that was the total Stephen Fleming intimated at the toss. I want to get more than 200. Pollock, well, just read the figures, say no more. Now 3 overs for 22 going at 7s, and Cullis going at 10s. Graham Smith does have genuine problems without Klusner today. One more. Too short, too wide. And Tini is gone early as well.
Every single one of the bowlers has given the batsmen the opportunity when they've come on. Haven't been prepared. Not quite sure of the wicket, not quite sure where to bowl, and it isn't there. Too short and too wide. Cullis, to be fair, pitched it up, but it was on leg stump, and that disappeared over the boundary. That's much better. I just think that in the pursuit of keeping the runs down, that the length has just got a little bit too short for the South Africans.
Holding to a batsman at the top of his game. Maybe more cool.
Yeah, bustling. Got the build for it. Tends to be looking down a little. And the first one is a bit short. I think Stephen Fleming just saying, well, I'll have a look at him to start with, but if he bowls it there, the pull shot is definitely on.
A little bit wide from Ntini, perhaps reaches for that and gets a very good contact, and more importantly gets a gap.
Very good base being produced here by the New Zealand openers. Been very impressed with Michael Papps, I have to say. The feet are going well. He does tend to rock onto that front foot, so he's suited for this sort of pitch, a little bit slower. Move into his bigger shots. Stephen Fleming in trouble if it hit. I'm sure he would have been gone there. The direct hit would have left him short.
Oh, he was well gone. Ashwell Prince came across. He's been fielding at cover. Fleming having to adjust the stroke because it was so full from Ntini, and really he knew he was gone. With the left hand, throw was very wide. Ntini did well to get back actually, but it was even wide of him. Oh, it's through again. This is a good over for Michael Papps.
Yes, he enjoys this width, doesn't he? Particularly when he can get onto the front foot. That's his second clean boundary of the over. His second very good boundary. Look at that, how he extends outside of the crease. Sends it backward of point for 4. Good hands.
Oh, and he smashed it straight back. Hasn't got a full lot of it. It's hit it very high on the bat. Pretty late with it.
Yeah, very late. I don't think this is a natural shot for Michael Papps. He's so slow on the shot. And really was looking to pull that through the mid-wicket or wide mid-on region, but really just didn't sort of get anywhere near inside the ball or even in line with the ball.
And I think perhaps the plan has changed. That's a good stroke from Papps. He's made something there. It was a slowish delivery. In fact, it's the slowest he's bowled, 81 Ks. Papps read that nicely, almost premeditated, I thought.
And a good positive response too to the cover sweeper being put out. He's actually gone the other way, Papps, and he said, okay, I'll play your game. I'll look to pull the sweep out. He did it so very well.
Oh, it's a lovely shot. He really has become an awkward customer to bowl at.
Oh, the bowlers just have to learn they can't get into this sort of region with Stephen Fleming. Square leg was set, orthodox fine leg. He's in such control, Fleming. He just waited beautifully there.
Bit of room from Fleming. Lovely stroke. Now, that's a 6, and it's a very good stroke because he created the room. There was a long on back, and he said to himself, I'm going to hit over the offside. 100 without loss for New Zealand.
And this is just a true sign of what sort of form Stephen Fleming's in. Mid-off was up inside the circle. Smith gave Fleming the option. He gave himself a little bit of room, and bang, what a beautiful clean shot over the top of mid-off.
Get it! Yes!
And out, next ball, Stephen Fleming. He's picked out the fielder at square. He's on his way. The New Zealand 100's up, and they've lost their first wicket.
But unfortunate for Stephen Fleming. He's given himself some room. The ball actually closed the angle, and he's just tried to fetch it a wee bit into the onside. See here, he's created a bit of room, got a good contact on it. And Boye picks up the wicket. Fleming
Just upon bringing up the 100. Chris Cairns has been promoted in the New Zealand order. There you look at Pollock's figures at the top of the order there. 5 overs for 6. Boye's picked up the only other wicket, 1 for 13.
straight down the ground. There's no one in position there. Mid-off was up. It's well back. Just shows that there's enough pace in this pitch, even with the slower bowlers, that if you're prepared to create momentum yourself and go at the bowler, well, that just says it. Well back.
Oh, is this an ominous sign for South Africa? And there it is. 50 for Michael Papps, top effort.
Good strike rate too. 71. Got some singles away to start the innings. And then during that period it was Fleming who got the impetus of the whole game underway and the rhythm started. And then Papps himself.
It's a strong shot from Chris Cairns. Things are looking ominous for South Africa. He looks in good nick.
Well, we know how powerful he is off the front foot. His one's dragged in short. Cairns not really moving too much. Waits, sees it, and gets it well in front of square. It was always going to be safe there. Got the bat up nicely.
Looked as though it was going to be the conventional sweep, turned out to be the reverse. A couple more for Cairns, moves up to 16.
A very big challenge here for Nicky Boyer. Knows there's not a lot of time to play with. He's got certainly a very aggressive player. Going to have to mix it up.
Great hit. Smashed away the top of the bounce. Perhaps his best stroke today.
Big learning curve for Andre Nel. Hasn't toured much, and he's finding out that he's got to bowl a bit like Sean Pollock, with a bit of nous, mix up the pace.
Thick edge, 4. Raced away, perhaps looking to drive straight. Moves into the 60s.
Yeah, when it's not going for you, it's not going. It goes hard at this. You would think that it would go in the air. Almost went straight to ground. And another 4. So Andre Nel finding they're going really tough.
Run out chance, gone. That is outstanding, man. What a play there. Ashwell Prince has knocked over New Zealand's Prince. Cairns is gone with a direct hit from cover.
Yeah, always dangerous. A new player in the side, Ashwell Prince. He wouldn't know much about him, Michael Papson. He's always been a very, very quick fielder, quick to release the ball. Cairns always struggling, and in the end, nowhere near. Good piece of fielding. Good trait of the South Africans. The ability to pick up a wicket at the right time, and that was much needed. Chris Cairns just knew straight away. Miles out. Don't worry about that. OUT.
And it has. Disappear it goes. Oram gets his timing right. He just held on for a second and he picked up half a dozen. First blow from Oram. And the crowd anticipate a lot more to come.
Got to get it in the block hole. When somebody's playing like this,
slicing over point, picking up 4. Fortune favours the brave. Oram takes 10 off 2 deliveries. That completes Stantini's over, 11 from it. 158 for 2.
real danger signals here for the South Africans. He tried to go into the block hole, and Tini missed on the high side.
Sweeper might pull it in. No, it's not a big boundary out towards point. And Oram is making amends and hits his 3rd boundary in successive balls and is up to 20 in no time.
Well, when you're so strong as Oram is, you can actually miss hit and go for boundaries. You can aim to hit it straight, you can aim to hit it over cover, or you could even sluss it away like that, and he's going to get the boundary and miss the fielder.
Looking to clear that hip and hit over mid-wicket. Out towards the boundary. Oh, good catch as he stayed, and he has. Callis pulls in a beauty. Smith picks up a wicket, and he's pretty chuffed as well. He's run all the way out there, and Oram is out of here.
I think that's his first one. That's why he's so pleased. The skipper's picked up a wicket right at a very vital time, and he's got the right man out in Jacob Oram. In fact, it's his 3rd wicket. This is a good catch by Jacques Callis because he knew the boundary was always very close. And so often when you jump high like that, you can just fall over the boundary, which would have been 6. Not this time. Jacob Oram goes. Graham Smith gets a wicket. 163 for 3.
Gone. Boucher, good catch. He did go a long way to his right. So Paps is gone. A pretty good knock from the young man. Just the innings he needed at this stage of his career. And while he lost a bit of momentum at the end, he can be well satisfied with a good return as Boucher pulls in a beauty and Callis picks up his 1st wicket.
Well, a little bit of sunlight for South Africa. Got 2 quick wickets. Michael Paps is on his way.
Well, that's out, I'm sure. Scramble back from McMillan. The South Africans are convinced.
Picked out the wrong guy. Natural arm, the easy side. Boucher does well again. A difficult bounce, and McMillan is well short. Well and truly gone. It's nicely picked up by Mark Boucher. Off go the bails, and 2 feet short. McMillan knew it. He's seen it on the big screen, and he has scarpered. So the 2nd time a key hitter in the New Zealand innings has run out.
So we have the major contribution at the top from Paps and Fleming, the 100 partnership.
There's still quite a lot of batting left when you consider that there's 7 overs to go with Marshall, Vittori, Mills and Tuffy. They can all play. Marshall normally bats at 3. It's just that they've lost some hitting power. Big boundary hitters. Mostly they're workers of the ball. So it's now on Styrus, who has played well here in the past. It's been one of his favourite hitting grounds, and McCullum too against Pakistan played well. And McCullum has got to boundary. I think that just snuck over the rope. Well, Albie Morkel is the fielder. And he must have known whether it went over the rope or not. He was so close to it. Whether the ball actually, it looked like he had it covered there. It's hit his head, I think, after the fumble. It's taken him a moment to find it. And Albie, I don't know if you've done it well enough. It's touch and go.
It's a big, strong shot. In fact, that's a magnificent shot through the covers. Wow.
Well, it was the quicker ball from Graham Smith. Seam up, it was an arm ball. I think he's better to take the pace off it, not increase it, because that's what McCullum seized on, the extra width and the extra pace.
Goes again, McCullum, and goes big. That's well back into the stand. Gee, what an over this is for New Zealand.
1-4-4 wide, and this beauty. Big fat 6 in the bowling column. 200 up for New Zealand in style, and that has gone about 10 rows back. A big hit.
Styrus this time. That's out of the ground. That's 23 off the over, and that's just what New Zealand needed. And they're really launching now, the New Zealanders. That's another great shot. Brendan McCullum again. Down the pitch, gave himself some room. He's very strong through that extra cover region. 230, maybe 240, Smithy.
This is a cameo from McCullum all of a sudden. He's found his timing and he's found his placement. And his placement is ending up at the concrete.
They'll run hard, they'll push and take 2. And this is a marvellous end for New Zealand. Down the pitch again, straight this time. Another magnificent blow from Brendan McCullum. That's 50 runs added by McCullum and Styrus. 17 minutes only. This is a bit of fun.
And 31 balls. So it's just magnificent batting.
Oh, this is a magnificent blow from Scott Styrus. He has stood and delivered. What a shot.
Mackay and Tini is one of the most experienced bowlers out there now in this attack without Pollock and Klusner. And he's got to get it right. And this is just a straight out half volley. It's played pretty well by Scott Styrus, but it's right in the slot where you can just stand and get the bat under the ball. And Tini's got to get it fuller. Singles are gold now for South Africa. Dot balls even better, of course. But he's given him too much opportunity for elevation.
It's poor bowling. It's very poor bowling. 2 length deliveries on the trot. Styrus is backing himself, as is McCullum. And what a fantastic end for New Zealand this is. Full toss this time. It's heading out through mid-wicket. It's 1 bounce for 4. It's more poor bowling, but it's very good batting for New Zealand.
Should be worried too. Mackay and Tini is walking back towards the big screen. If I was him, I wouldn't be looking up at it. And that's right where David Bowie was.
Styrus and strike. That's big. Where's that gone? That's gone the whole way.
Not perfectly timed, but well enough. And Cullis has got problems because he's gone big early in the over. It's a shin-high full toss. Once again, let the batsman get under the ball at your peril. These are the things that you practice. You practice in the nets, bowling in these situations.
Last ball of the innings. Takes Styrus on the pads. He's disappointed. But it's been a fantastic effort from the 2 New Zealand batsmen, Styrus and McCullum. They've taken 17 off the last over. Quite magnificent batting.
Tuffy to open up for New Zealand. No slip in. In fact, Fleming, having just seen that first delivery, has gone from a gully into the first slip because there was a certain amount of cut there from Tuffy. Good first up.
Oh, he's eased it through. It's a nice stroke. He really times the ball nicely, Herschel Gibbs.
But he's too clever, and he's punched this away for a boundary behind square. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Smith. His first boundary. Big edge. And another boundary that ran away. Good bowling from Tuffy. But already he's being picked off for 3 boundaries in this over. South Africa get the start they were looking for. Bold hit that. Herschel Gibbs saw the ball just sit up on a length, and he was able to swivel nicely and put it away. So Tuffy has gone for 4 boundaries early in the spell.
Hit high on the bat. That's why didn't perhaps go as far as Gibbs would have liked initially.
Big shout from Fleming and McCullum. Not supported by anybody else. He could have easily holed out here.
Just feel it might have just come through the pad or just the back there, just sort of the hip area. May have made a sound, and certainly from McCullum's perspective, it would just have checked its line slightly.
Again, Smith punching square on side, and that'll go away for 4 more. Bowler and captain have not got this worked out. The man on the mid-wicket boundary is for a fuller ball, and Tuffy keeps bowling short of a length, as he's prone to do. And that's where surely the fieldsman's got to be. Twice now. Beautifully gapped by Smith, and that is 4. This time from the bowling of Mills. Just leaning on the angle that Mills offered him on that occasion. So Smith showing he can hit on the offside as well. Coming into the shot. That'll be 4. Gibbs is looking to punish to the onside. Not sure if he was intending it to go that fine, but he picks up another 4 all the same. His 3rd boundary, the 7th of the innings. And this run rate is getting away from this New Zealand side. The slower ball picked up and swung away.
Wrong length again, though.
Glorious stroke here. Gibbs going offside. The adjustment from Oram was anticipated and punished.
4th boundary for Gibbs. That's the 2nd one through the offside off the front foot. This one bounced a little bit more, but he rode up with it. Gave himself an extra inch or 2.
That's gone. You could just sense that that's gone a long way as soon as it left the blade. Herschel Gibbs.
You can always tell when you're walking around the back, Smithy, whether it's a boundary or not. There's no noise at all. This is a beauty. And Herschel Gibbs, he likes to play that shot. Got a good eye, backs himself. And just at the wrong time again for New Zealand. They're taking them on. Bit of a ripper here.
What a shot that is. That is superb, and that's the area we thought that Graham Smith had a wee bit of a weakness. Great cover drive.
He's been working hard in that area. A lot of people have been saying that to him, so he's worked really hard on keeping the face of the bat going through the hitting area, done it superbly. He does tend to turn the face a lot, but here, giving himself a little bit of room and kept it on line.
Inside on the rack. Out. Fleming won't drop that. He's got a good safe pair of hands, and he judged the timing to perfection, and all of a sudden there is some noise in the stadium, and Graham Smith's on his way back.
Yeah, there's somebody here, and they've got reason to celebrate. Just hit the bottom of the bat, trying to go over the top, Graham Smith. He's been doing that quite often. Not the comfortable side. In fact, I think it's skewed off the edge a little bit. Stephen Fleming, tall man, got up there nicely, judged it, had it all covered all the way. Smith departs just about the same as New Zealand. 95 for 1. Graham Smith on his way for 43.
Big hit out towards the fence. He's picked his gap. In fact, he's gone all the way.
Over the rope for 6. G's in good nick. Herschel Gibbs. He's into the 60s now. Nick and out, gone. Umpire Davis says yes. Jack Cullis is on his way. And that is a huge blow for New Zealand. Nice flight from Vittoria. Good bit of bowling. Cullis went after it. Proceeding to edge into the keeper's gloves. A big blow.
Oh, magnificent bowling. We're just talking about the length, and there's the flight, a little bit of turn. Callis was sucked in, went for the big drive outside edge, and McCullum pulls it in. Could that be the turning point for New Zealand? Callis gone for 16, 134 for 2. Straight away, Morkillers. The first ball he's ever faced in international cricket. He says, thanks very much.
Well, hello. This game's easy. That's marvellous. That's good. That's confident. Well, Styris, he just crosses his arms. It was there, but boy.
Styris says, you are kidding me. Lofted, down towards Cairns, and Gibbs is out of here. What a big mistake there. He's just lobbed one up in the air, and every black cap has run from every direction because they know they're back in it.
Boy, do they what. I tell you what, the black caps were sprinting at Chris Cairns when he grabbed this catch. Wasn't quite there, was he? Didn't go through with the shot. It's a poor option really from Gibbs. He has comfortably picked out Cairns. Easy catch for the big fella. A second big blow for New Zealand in a short period of time. Gibbs on his way for 69. A well-struck innings. It's 140 for 3.
And then Mercy, hit him.
Oh, this could be close. Tony Hill goes upstairs.
It's close. His bat's in the air. He did not ground his bat. This is bad batting because he would have been in if he was stretching out with his bat grounded. I'm sure he would have been in. Albie Morkel, he's paid the price for bad running between the wickets, I'm sure.
No doubt about it. Elementary mistake from Morkel. There's the soil coming up as the bat hits the ground. He's out of here.
Well, this match has turned on its head. Mark Boucher, the vice-captain, fresh from his 40 off 35 bulls at Jade Stadium. Well, he hasn't troubled the scorers today. Short of a length, he's just punched it back to Vittori. That is a big blow. You just felt that South Africa, if they had hope in this match, that man was important. He's out for 0.
Well, this is a brilliant shot from Buatadipana. He's been in pretty good form on this tour. He won the game at Eden Park. He looked good at Jade Stadium. And that is swashbuckling stuff. Almost down on his back knee to carve Cairns over point off the front foot.
It's good they needed that.
Out. Yeah, he is out. Fleming's held on to another one at mid-on. And Buatadipana, well, he's got 74 games under the belt. I thought he might have had enough experience to bat a bit longer here, but he's panicked a wee bit too early.
Looking for another boundary, going beyond Fleming, who takes his second catch. Slower ball from Chris Cairns. Dragged it across, it got a bit of purchase. Fleming just hovering around that sort of about 25 metres away from the bat, takes the catch. So Dipana's gone for 8. It's 153 for 6. Lovely stroke there. My word. You notice there that Prince went tooty across his stumps. Got it away fine.
Man, that's a beautiful piece of batting.
Good stroke from Prince. A welcome boundary to start Orum's spell. Nicely tucked through the onside.
Yeah, this is an area where he scores very heavily, Ashwell Prince.
Oh, good hit, Prince. That is all the way. No, just dropping short. He looked to have timed it well, right out of the meat of the bat. Picks up 4 nevertheless. A good knock here from Prince.
He went to the wrong boundary. That's probably the longest. He's timed it beautifully. If he'd hit it on the other side, I would have gone for 6.
Both full tosses are also hard hit. Should be a run out. Cairns did the right thing. He waited up. Prince was impetuous, looking to run too. Never was there. Crazy run from Prince. There was always only one in it. Boy, he timed it all the way to the boundary. Cairns came in quickly, then saw the mix-up and fired it to McCullum. Another crazy run out. Boye goes for 24, 203 for 7. He goes offside and gets it through. Third man up. Straight between point and third man and away for 4. Where's that gone? Back down third man for 4 where it came from. So 2 in a row for Prince. 11 from the over. Loose delivery there from Mills. That could have gone anywhere. Pollock hits one over cover. There's one of them. 5 sixes needed. And Pollock chalks up 1. Getting down on that back knee so he could get under the ball. 4 sixes now. Not this time. And it won't even get to the boundary. Prince is coming back for 2. So now Pollock will rely on a wide or a no ball. Is it? Yes, it is. There's one of them. Hello. And even the crowd are on their feet. This is brilliant batting from Pollock.
Well, tell you what, apart from Klusner, this is the man you'd want at the crease if there was runs required in this fashion. He hits it in the middle. There isn't a ground big enough in the world. Where will he go, Kyle Mills?
12 to win from 2. Yes, it's gone. Can you believe it? Holy cow, Pollock's hit 3 sixes and 4 deliveries. And now we're down to the last. Mills goes back to his mark. His head is down. Magnificent.
Well, who's the pressure on now? The pressure's right back on Kyle Mills, and it's been put on him by this man. Try to bowl the low full toss, exactly what you should be trying to do, but he's just got it a little wrong. And the crowd have done the fielding in the last 3 deliveries. How will Stephen Fleming be feeling? What a game.
1 ball left, 6 to win. Pollock. And Mills does it. And New Zealand take the lead in the series 2-1. Mills so relieved, engulfed by his teammates. What a magnificent finish as Pollock looked to snatch it away. Joy all round for the Black Caps. Pollock tries to get in amongst them to thank them for the game, but thank you, Shaun Pollock, for that ending. Quite outstanding.
Well, this is real pressure, and Kyle Mills has delivered that he could not, in his dreams, have bowled a better ball than that. And look at the relief on his face. That says it all. And Shaun Pollock almost snatched it away. Incredible piece of hitting at the last innings.
So New Zealand 254 for 5 in their 38 over. South Africa, oh so close, 249 for 7. New Zealand have won by 5 runs. They lead the series by 2-1.